Welcome back to the absolute peak of high-stakes engineering, where today we are entrusting our entire existence to a blue metal bucket and a prayer. As we start this journey at a deceptively calm speed of 55, it's important to acknowledge our driver's fashion choices. That red helmet isn't for safety. It's so the search and rescue teams can find his head in the clouds after we inevitably break the sound barrier. We're cruising through a sky that looks like a neon fever dream, passing by an attack helicopter for sale that costs 799 Robux. Honestly, why would anyone buy a helicopter when you can get the same near-death experience for free in a cart that's held together by digital glue and pure audacity? The tracks below us look like a giant decided to play a game of spaghetti Tetris and then gave up halfway through, leaving a tangled mess of steel that makes a standard roller coaster look like a straight line. As we hit the 1-minute mark, the existential dread really starts to set in. A notification pops up asking if we want to stay updated on the game, and I clicked yes, faster than I could blink, because if I'm going to be launched into the stratosphere, I want a digital receipt for my departure. We're looping around curves that defy every law of physics ever written by Sir Isaac Newton. In fact, if Newton saw this cart ride, he'd probably delete gravity entirely out of sheer embarrassment. Look at the horizon. There are giant green limbs poking out of the clouds. Is that a giant Shrek? Is he the silent overseer of this mechanical purgatory? We're just tiny ants in a world of floating islands and suspicious green giants, pedaling our way toward a destiny that involves a lot of screaming and a very high oof sound. Halfway through this 4-minute descent into chaos, the speed is still sitting at 55, which is the perfect speed for contemplating your life choices. You start wondering if you left the stove on, or if you should have invested your Robux in something more stable, like a pet rock or a virtual hat. But then the scenery starts to blur. The invite friends button is staring at me, but I have too much respect for my friends to subject them to this level of structural instability. We're passing other carts that have already been abandoned, ghost ships of the Roblox sky, reminders that many have tried to conquer. The rails and many have ended, up as a pile of scattered bricks at the bottom of the map. The wind is whistling, the tracks are rattling, and I'm pretty sure my character's spine has been compressed into a single, dense pixel. The grand finale begins as the speedometer finally loses its mind. We jump from 55 to 60, and then suddenly we hit 150 miles per hour. At this point, the cart is no longer a vehicle. It is a kinetic projectile aimed directly at the afterlife. The camera is shaking like it's being held by a caffeinated squirrel, and the world transforms into a dizzying smear of blue and green.